Ian, Breath of the Wild, The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. Just won Game of the Year at the Video Game Awards. Originally it was Spike, and now you just watch it streaming online. Run by Jeff Keighley, does a pretty good job running this. Yes, they are 3 to 4 hour semi-commercials. Developers come on and hawk their new games. We understand that, but that's the only way you're going to get these shows to exist.
I think I've ever watched one.
I've used to watch a chunk of them all the way through. This time I watched for like 10, 15 minutes here and there. I'm just like, I'm done. I don't know if they had Chick Hydro Man this year, though.
Oh.
I don't think they had him this year, did they?
I do actually mean to watch them just because people seem to think they're kind of fun, but I always
Well, there's
forget.
always premieres.
I'm usually at work for them.
They had the really weird 8-minute Death Stranding trailer short story.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
No.
You didn't watch that?
No. I heard there was like a baby in an ear.
It's a cool looking movie, but you're gonna have to play that somehow. I don't know how you're supposed to play that. I don't know how you're supposed to play that. Have a baby inside Norman Reedus. I don't know how that works.
We'll find out.
Giving a thumbs up or whatever. It was bizarre. It was gory. It was weird as hell. And supposedly, I think what they said was you don't understand what's going on in the game until like 6 to 8 hours, and you kind of get a feel for what the hell's going on, or something like that. Where like you're really not sure what's happening.
Okay, USA.
Okay, USA. But anyway, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild gets Game of the Year.
I'm very happy about that.
You want to put that like where you can reach it?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Very happy about that as a person who has not experienced it on his own yet, but watched Vonnie play it, for quite a few hours. It's just an amazing looking game, and to watch her fall into it as hard as she did, and to hear about others' experiences with it, it sounded fantastic. Obviously, I wouldn't have been able to cast a vote for it without playing it, but no one's ever said a bad thing about it.
You haven't played it at all?
No.
This is a modern game that Pat's actually played a decent amount, and Ian has it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there was so much talk about it, I just wanted to put it on hold until I had, beaten some other games and could go into it a little bit more fresh. But it's really interesting and nice to see Nintendo win a Game of the Year.
When's the last time that happened? Well, they probably were nominated for Super Mario Galaxy, but
I would imagine.
Did they win for that? And that was like 2007?
Let me try to look while you talk.
Okay, so we all know that this game was supposed to come out 75 years ago. Nintendo pushes it back and pushes it back so they can have it come out and be a Switch launch title. That was their gambit. To have something the Switch could depend upon when it comes out in March, which is a strange year for a new console to come out, and the Switch had to be successful, or else Nintendo would go just to your iPhone in the future. No, they'll be okay either way. So the gambit worked.
There are way too many Game of the Year awards. Never mind.
It's an excellent game. It comes out. It's heralded. It's a Game of the Year candidate as soon as it comes out. You can see that the care that went into this, lovingly so. It's a beautiful game to look at, just to be in their experience. The music, just the ambient feel. You can get lost in this game. You can absolutely get lost. I have not played the other Game of the Year candidates. Can't say I have. But that said, this is an excellent game. This is one of those games that come around once every 15 years or so. You're like, holy shit. So I have no problem with them winning. Nintendo wins. That's good for them, obviously. But the Switch is so far, already a runaway hit. And this sort of just pays off Nintendo's bet to push us back. Because years from now, people will forget that this was even on the Wii U. They'll be like, oh, it was a Wii U game? Yeah, well, it was supposed to be. And they said, no, we're going to fuck you, Wii U owners. We're going to make sure the Switch is a success and put it on. But I don't care about that, because otherwise I had nothing to play the first few months of the Switch, because everyone was just playing this and Bomberman when it came out.
I think some of the most interesting things in the game are the physics or the puzzle solving that makes sense. If you need to light a fire in the rain, throw a sword out there and let the lightning strike it. And it'll light the fire spot. Stuff like that, and it's very cool.
They put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah,
they've been working on this game for probably like 6 years. So
yeah.
So of course they're going to be thinking about it. And they just had their 2 DLC packs come out. So the second one just came out. Champions Ballad of the Champions? What is it called?
I don't know.
But those to me seem to be entirely different games. Like, you can do a whole lot more. I don't care about Nintendo having a motorbike. Link having a motorbike. I don't have like a little moped. I don't care.
I think that's pretty neat.
If you're gonna get on that, but not get on the fact that there's fucking tanks in the game basically running around. Like there's a bunch of robotic shit already in the game.
Sure.
It's already a mix of, magic and technology. So
well, it's also DLC. You could just,
you cannot buy it.
Fucking ignore it or just not write it.
But if you already played the game, maybe you want to have you want to jet around in a little.
After the game and one DLC pack, you've played the game proper.
You've earned it. You've earned it, casual. You've played the game for 195 hours. How much has Vonnie played it? Probably 200 hours.
I don't even know. Probably 200 at this point.
I mean, I probably have only 25, 30 hours into it, and I feel like, holy shit, I've played a lot, but I still haven't scratched the surface yet. Doing it. So, was that a prequel? That game? I'm kidding. Anything else to add here?
No.
You happy? What was Nintendo's last game of the year?
We don't know.
We don't know. Nintendo Game of the Year. Someone's breaking into your house.
Possibly.
List of Game of the Year awards. Let's see. I'm gonna guess that Nintendo has not a Game of the Year in 20 years. I'm gonna guess. Then again, there's so many. Like you said, there's like OneUp.com, Gama Sutra. I'm just gonna put Nintendo. Control F Nintendo. Let's see. Ocarina of Time in 98. That's a big one.
That makes sense.
So we're looking at 20 years, unless Super Mario Galaxy probably won on some.
It had to have won something.
But you're not looking at that many. You know what I mean? Like, we're not looking at a huge amount. For different categories, it may be Twilight Princess, but definitely Galaxy was the last probably big one. That was like, holy shit, this is big.